you got the axles and everything back in there and all good?
Yeah. Axles are in, drive shaft's in. Got new universal girdle straps. Put some tires on it. Managed to get a set of tires, my old wheels back with new tubes. I did show you guys something.
Let's talk about this discovery.
The whole shaking thing, I think I figured out. And it wasn't the axles, it wasn't the drive shaft.
But it was still a good thing you checked this.
Here's the wheels I got back. The tires are on the car. Here's the tubes out of my wheels. And when I pulled this one, when I let the air out of it, the valve stem just fell down in the wheel when the air came out. Wasn't even attached. So pretty sure that it was the real bad shake that I had. But because of that, I learned that my drive shaft was about to get kicked out and I got my axles fixed, so.
Win-win.
Can't be real mad about it, I guess. It got me looking at things that I don't typically check the axles or whatever. So that's that. I now am working on a new nitrous pressure gauge. It is a nitrous outlet, but I wanted the digital with the light. That way I can see it, and it's got the shut off valve so I can have the bottle open and all that stuff. I don't have to worry about that. Right now I'm making a bracket for that. Trying to think of what else I have done. What little bit of garage space I had left, I have blown up. Gravel and the drain tile for the driveway. Been doing that. Put new front brake pads on. So I haven't really been videoing a whole lot because I haven't had a whole lot of time to work. So when I am, I'm like trying to get it done real fast. She's got ball games, everybody's busy, and it's real hard to video and work. So to keep my mind straight and focused on the car, since was some pretty critical stuff I was messing with, I just worked.
Hopefully next week things will settle a little bit and we'll get the GoPro up and going. So we'll be able to video a lot more next week.
What I've come up with is I cut this out of my very first scoop that I ever built, Lexan scoop. It had an aluminum body. Blew it apart at No Prep Kings, the very first No Prep Kings I went to. But I'm thinking of mounting it right here on the seat, which I've got scribbles all over it. And then it'll screw on right here. I'll have to come over here and find it. So here's the gauge. It is not tight, so that's not exactly where it's gonna sit, but this will bolt on like that. And then it will mount something like that. And then this will go to here, and I'll have to get a short one to go from here to here, which I've got the filter for it also. So a couple more bends, a little bit more fitting stuff up. I'm gonna probably roll that down. The valve, I'm gonna bend that over and then roll this up. That way I can see it and it's easy to access that. No weird binds with my wrist or whatever, just in case. I think get this done, make sure there's no leaks, run the valves, and we are ready for War in the Woods.
How are you feeling about that race?
I don't ever feel like them big races I can win, but we're gonna give it a shot. Yeah, we'll find out. Like, I don't have all the technology everybody else has. So we're gonna go swing at it. I don't ever blame any of my losses on the technology. Ultimately, it's my choice to be this far back in the past. just mostly out of fear of not being able to learn all the EFI stuff and all the data, which after taking Jess's car out this past weekend, Billy showed me a lot. And if I can pick up on it, I think it's going to help tremendously. Like and her car don't really have a whole lot of data, but it does have stuff to look at, and just looking at that and the way he was making changes and fixing stuff, it's all with a keyboard. I mean, you don't have to really grab wrenches and break your back. You just stand there and look at a computer.
Okay.
So
yeah, quick question when it comes to my car. Is it still my car, your wife's car?
You want me to be real? It's really not either of our car right now. but it is for you to drive. I've got to I just got to make it to where you can drive. I don't think you'd be able to turn it right now. It's a manual rack, or it's a power rack without power steering on it at this point. I've got the bracket. I've got a couple used pumps, but I'm thinking about just buying a new pump so that there's no headaches. Get that on. I'm told that there's one of the hoses you have to make, or have made, and so I'll have to do that. And realistically, the power steering should work. It is a manual brake car at this point. Like I said, it was a car that somebody had turned into the race car. So I don't have the parts to put the power brakes back on it yet. That is something I'm going to look into and get the 4L80 done. Once the 4L80 is done, like, you can just hop in and drive it wherever you want to go. Right now I'm making it a lot more street friendly by the gear ratio in it. That way we can get out and run 65, 70 mile an hour in it, but it kills it on the low end. But as far as a driver, I mean, it's completely drivable. And if you want to drive it, we'll go unload it off the trailer.
I just asked the question because I know when you first were going to go to Pacemakers Saturday, it was, I'm just going to go test it, going to go,
That's what I did.
And then it turned into, I think I'm going to enter in the race.
It's pointless to go if you don't enter. I mean, like, if the car fit the class, I was going to enter it just to donate.
Mm-hmm. I thought you didn't like donating.
I don't. After seeing the class, I had no chance of winning. Her car had never been down a track. We didn't have a number on it, like, realistically. So, and there was some really fast street cars there. Like, street cars that probably should have been in small tire. But they're street cars and they fit the rules, so We're in the woods. There's a lot of killers there. It's always a badass race. I love being a part of it. I'm kind of hoping the surface is still like it was last time we was there, because before that it was just super fast. It was a super fast race, and I don't want to go that fast there. I ain't gonna lie. I watched too many people I know lose their cars. Really nice cars. So, but we'll see.
I think it's supposed to be cooler Saturday, too.
That's good for the turbo cars. But with that, there is, I was told about some street shenanigans that's supposed to go on this weekend. And I mean, realistically, the only streetable car right now we have is Jess's, so we may or may not be going out and street racing it.
There it is, right there.
Well, if you would race it, I could turn you loose.
Oh, you're just gonna look pretty funny driving around a car that says Man Eater on it.
It won't say Man Eater on it.
Watch me.
Remember, I know how to take all that stuff off. Might say Taco Eater. I don't know. There you go. You can drive it around saying that.
Funny. All right.
But yeah, I've just been going at it. A lot of running. A lot of running eats up a lot of time. Just trying to make sure everything's done right. I don't like failures, so can't stand anything. I can't stand anything more than being ready to race or going to a race or something like that and something failing.
You'd rather just be put out by a good competitive race?
Yeah, I mean, I want good racing. Granted, I want to win, but I want good racing. I don't really want to win or get beat by like a
technical failure.
Yeah, mechanical failure. So I want to be the better car, the better program at that point in time. And I say at that point in time because I've beat a lot of cars I should have never beat, and I've gotten beaten by cars that should have never beat me. But they had the better program at that point in time, and that's the way it is. So I'm going to keep plugging away. I'd really like to get another set of tubes and mount those other tires up just to have.
Yeah.
Get the valves run on this and finish getting this nitrous pressure gauge in. And let's start the loading process. Go fill the RV with fuel. That's expensive. But we're going to see how it goes.